Alright, so let's finish up everything that we can in, the homeworld right now. And then go do the last speedway, and then we can fight the sorceress. And then there's, of course, a bunch of post-game stuff that we need to do, but, yeah. This series is coming to a close very soon. Also, there's the Spark sign for later, and oh my gosh, Sparks, work with me here, thank you! Good gravy, man. Stop slacking. I'm gonna reduce your salary if you keep on messing up like that, man. So just head bash the rock, and a bunch of gems, and another egg. Buddy love. He's so eager. He's such an eager McBeaver to go and do meager labor. I don't know. So this should be the last of the eggs. The last of the eggs. Oh my gosh, I just got the last of the eggs. The last of the gems. Man. Right through here. Yeah, there we go. 400 out of 400. Huzzah. This level is 100% complete, but it's not complete. And you'll see what I mean relatively soon. So now it's time for one last speedway adventure for you, Spyro. I don't know why I put on more of like a Scottish accent for that, because Moneybags wasn't Scottish in the original game. Please stop spitting on me. Now this, for a final speedway in the original, this one wasn't terribly hard, but in this one, buddy, you better hold on to your hat. You said boobies. Is that why this game is rated E10? Now, the time attack is honestly not that bad, but it's the other challenges in this level that just really crank the difficulty up to 11. Lobsters. Yum. Bibbidi bobbidi boop. So, yep. Get these seagulls here. Look how there's just a trail of fire and smoke. My gosh, it's a bit brutal, isn't it? A bit graphic. Even though this is like a kind of a frustrating speedway, I do enjoy the aesthetic of it because it reminds me of home. As a lot of you know, I lived and grew up in Maine. I actually am still living in Maine. And I'm like a stone's throw away from the ocean. I mean, we don't exactly have a harbor like this, like right outside my window, but there is one like maybe a 10 or 15 minute drive from where I live that looks pretty much like this. Just, you know, less cartoony, obviously. Alright, so after we get the lobsters, the fish are definitely the hardest part. It's easier if you get them head on, but they move really fast, and so do you, so it's also kind of hard to pinpoint their exact rotation. Oh, see it right there? It's kind of hard to distinguish their path if you end up missing one. Hopefully, please. There we go. Oof, saved it. I'm so good. I'm good at the game. Give me a reward, please. That's how this works. Tit for tat. Yeah, this is great. Give me an egg. Kobe! For someone named Kobe, you look like a freaking dork. I would like to do this. I don't, but I'm gonna have to. Now, in the original, this race was, you know, hard, but not too awfully bad if you knew what you were doing. And in this version, it's, the original actually had another race later on in the game that was, like, really notorious for being very difficult. And was arguably the most difficult race in the game. But in the Reignited version, this takes the spot for the hardest race. You know, if you've gone through all the races up to this point and you still haven't figured out what the blue stars do, then you're a freaking idiot. Thanks for talking down to me, Sparks. God. So yeah, the main reason why this is really hard is, for one, the blue speed boosts just really mess up your steering. And also, there's a lot of really tight corners that you have to take in this course. Oh god, I totally beefed that. And to really get ahead, you want to hit all of these blue stars in sequence. And if you hit them all straight on, then you'll do, like, perfect steering. So going down here, careful not to hit your head on the jetty up there. Just go ahead and skip that red one. Oh, no, missed that. Oh god, I almost died. Oh god, the camera's kind of freaking out. Yeah, this is the race in which, Spyro's stiff steering in terms of flying just is really, really evident. And it really does not work in your favor. I might actually lose this first race. This may take me a few tries. It usually does, honestly. Get out of here. I'm in third right now. I could probably turn this around. Jeez. Oh, just. Okay, never mind. Never mind, I can't turn her around. Really doesn't help that a lot of the rings and blue stars are, like, right next to the water. And as soon as you touch the water, then it's over. And also, as soon as you miss any of the green rings, then it's over. Which is something that can really, tend to cut a lot of these races short. So, just... adapt and persist. And you will come out victorious. Those are my words of wisdom for the day. I found it in a fortune cookie. Let's see if I can get this star this time. Down, and then all the way back up. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's see if I can keep this streak going. Flame you. See, here we go. I'm already doing better than I was last time. Let's not beef it up, please. No, flame him again. There we go. Oh my gosh, get out of my way. Get out of here, you old lady! Oh my gosh, see what I mean? Jeez, that... It's always the third star that really just messes me up. Because if you hit it at just the wrong angle, then your steering just gets all shot to hell. Alright. Well, I'm in first, so... that's good. Now I just need to not mess up. Probably gonna get, like, fewer of the blue stars on my final lap. I'm gonna focus more on just, you know, staying on course than, you know, staying ahead of everyone else. Because if I just keep doing what I'm doing, then I am gonna stay in first. So really, I'm just gonna try to actually finish the race. Wait, what? Oh, just for a second I thought I missed a ring. That was weird. Made me nervous for a second. It's kind of weird seeing that finish line without a ring around it. I think that's what messed me up. I was like, wait, what? There we go. Actually got that out of the way a lot sooner than I thought I would. Yay me. I'm not surprised. Jesse! Double rainbow. And now it is time for easily the worst tuned hunter mission in any of the speedways. Let's do it. The things I do for 100% completion, I swear. Also, he's in the lighthouse, by the way. Yeah. Do I really need to explain that to you?
Where do these
Sorry.
sheep saucers keep coming from? I just saw another one grab an egg and
From
fly
Spyro
off.
2, obviously.
This one's super fast, but his saucer is damaged and it's leaving smoke rings. I think I can keep up with them as long as I can make it through those rings.
Easier said than done.
I'm gonna chase him down.
Go.
I'll be right back.
God damn your hubris, Hunter. Now, this challenge is a lot worse than it was in the original because, oh my gosh, can you see how awkward the flying controls are? They are just so... they're so sluggish and just so cumbersome. I hate it. I really, really hate it. And another thing that makes this challenge hard is that eventually you'll be like... You actually go faster than the flying saucer, rather than slightly slower or like just at the same speed. You actually go faster. Which means you're going to be like right on his tail the entire time, and it's going to be a lot harder to gauge his movements and know when he's going to shoot those rings out. So what I tend to do, as a bit of an exploit, is slow down by like running into the legs of the jetty right there. Kind of a similar exploit to using the borders of the slide in Haunted Tomb. That way you can slow down a little bit. And there you go. Actually, wasn't that bad at all.
Yes! That was close. The egg popped out just before the saucer crash landed.
Like a god. Sarah, without an H because H's are L. And so is farting bubbles. Alas, parting is such sweetness. There's like no sorrow in this whatsoever. Just get me the hell out of here. Oh, come on now. Stop playing into Dragonfly stereotypes. It's 2019. Grow up. My gosh. So that's pretty much everything that we can do at Midnight Mountain right now. Other than glide over to this lovely little island over here and acknowledge its existence. If we get every collectible in the game, then this will open up. The super bonus round. A lovely little... Oh my gosh, there's two of them spitting on me now. God, enough. A lovely little post-game treat for getting 100% completion. And I say lovely, but honestly I use that word pretty loosely, because it's really not that great of a post-game level. I honestly much prefer Nasty's loot from the first game. You know, as simplistic as it is, it's, you know, I guess eloquent in its simplicity. I just like it. So now it's time to go into the sorceress's lair. Every moment in this series has led up to this. Let's finish it. Very Spyro 1, I like it.
Woohoo! Time to kick some sorceress butt!
Oh, I am ready. Let's do it. I love how there's like literally no introduction. The sorceress is just like, hey, I'm gonna kick your butt. You're here, and you're gonna die. So keep an eye open for her scepter, which is, you know, coincidentally enough, made out of a dragon egg, so gee whiz. I wonder what that has to do with anything. If it's blue, then she shoots those shockwave orbs, and if it's red, then she shoots a fireball straight at you. Just keep your eyes open. And, Agent 9 will shoot all these balloons that you see above you that have, cannons hanging from them. And to access a cannon, just jump into its silhouette, and you're good to go. So this one is kind of luck. Just keep on changing your trajectory and keep on firing. And you should get lucky eventually. Just like she did with that hit. And also, the more, health that you take away from her, you'll start getting, different cannons that are actually surprisingly more powerful. And make the sorceress slightly easier to beat. Like this one, for instance. This one is actually able to move around. And it always shoots right straight. So that's good. And also keep an eye on your ammo count. It's not terribly detrimental to the fight, but, you know, just be aware that these cannons do have limited ammo. And you want to conserve it for this And if you do end up taking enough hits out of her, then the cannon will automatically vanish, so it can start dropping, a different one. Which makes sense. Okay. That was close. Ugh. And now we get the flying saucer, which, thankfully enough, does not have limited ammo. And it can fly just about anywhere you want it to. Just be careful not to get too awfully close to the sorceress, or she'll do that little area force field attack and kind of mess you up. Okay, I'm not gonna risk that. Pff, sick glide, bro. Come on, Agent 9, thank you. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, thank goodness for invincibility frames. Although they didn't help for that one. And if you get low enough on health, then, Agent 9 will start dropping that fodder, too. Oh, God. These orbs are so hard to tell where they come from. I mean, there's... They do have shadows, but they're very small shadows that are kind of similarly colored to the ground. Let's just be really wary. Oh my gosh, Agent 9, you're just giving me all the health right now. Thank you, bro. Alright, where's that saucer? Okay, what are you gonna do now? Okay. Just 3. Good, I can work with that. Now die. Come on. There we go. Oh god. No, 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 no. Whew, that was lucky. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez, Rick. I've actually never seen a single episode of Rick and Morty, so that joke is kind of lost on me. Okay, one more hit. One more good hit. Come on, baby! Yes, victory! And a surprisingly dark death for a kid's game. Seriously, so many eggs almost get just cooked. I found George! I love it. Oh, but it's not over yet.
Spyro, you've just defeated a sorceress, rescued the dragon eggs, and restored freedom to the lost dragon worlds. What you plan to do next, hmm? Perhaps a nice vacation in Dragon Shores, hmm?
You're a real comedian sometimes, Bentley.
God, wasn't that funny, dude? Calm down.
You know, I still
Well, that was
have to find
awkward.
the rest of the dragon eggs. Plus, Hunter seems to have disappeared again, so I should go make sure he's not in more trouble. You haven't seen him, have you?
What? Me? Oh, no. If I do happen to encounter him, however, I will most certainly inform you immediately.
What are you hiding? Also, where did you get a boom mic?
It's a funny thing, Spyro. I adjusted Avalar's portals to take me to the Dragon Worlds, but somehow I ended up here. Maybe my coordinate tables are out of date.
Yeah, by 1,000 years.
That would explain why the book was so cheap.
So now that you're done saving the world again, are you gonna visit me in Avalar?
Sure, Laura. But I still have to find the rest of the eggs, and, well, Hunter's disappeared again.
Did you say Hunter? Well, hey, I can help. I just saw him sneak off with him.
Uh-huh.
9, isn't that a Rhinoc over in those bushes?
Rhinoc! Ooh, let me at him. You want a piece of me, Rhinoc boy?
Oh my god, I swear he has ADD.
Punk, come on now. No fair hiding.
I'm sure Hunter is in good hands. But, I mean, I'm sure he will turn up soon.
Promise you'll come visit Avalar soon, okay?
I guess she want that dragon D.
Now, how many times have I told you not to taste that moose?
It was Billy's idea. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is that true, Billy?
How does he know where the other guy is if his head is in a wall?
Great to see ya.
Hi, Sheila. I've been looking for Hunter all day. Have you seen him?
Sorry, Spyro. Hunter made me promise not to tell you where they went.
They...
You didn't hear anything from me.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, yes. He has found love! Can you not be happy for him, Spyro? I guess he really is a wingman.
It's a sad sight, Sparks. Another noble warrior falls victim to the plague of love. Just look away.
Oh, come on.
Well, I guess
Don't be a
we'll have to
spoilsport.
find the rest of the eggs by ourselves.
Come on, Spyro. Take a little break. Let's watch the show.
No, that's actually really cute. And slightly creepy. And thus the adventure comes to a close. Or does it? So, even though the sorceress is taken care of, at least for now, there's still a few more things we need to do until peace to the Forgotten Realms is completely attained. Like, talk to this guy. Remember how I said that, in Desert Ruins that was the last time that we had to pay him, but not the last time that we had to encounter him? Well, this is it. And trust me, it's a lot less painful than it sounds.
Don't worry, Spyro. I won't be needing any more of your money. Now, don't look so surprised. I found one of the dragon eggs, and I'm going to sell it for a fortune back at Avalar.
What you say? You what, mate?
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I'm gonna kill you.
I've got to be going now. Toodles!
And then he just runs away. So you know how in Spyro 2, it was actually just through a cutscene that you managed to get all of your gems back from Moneybags? Here, it's a little bit more satisfying. You get to chase and flame his ass, and all the gems that he took from you in this game just come right back to ya. Ugh. This is for having me pay for Sheila. This is for Sergeant Bird. This is for Bentley. This is for Agent 9. This is for Molten Crater. This is for Cloud Spires, and I'm probably not going to remember every level in which you encounter Moneybags, but still, is this not the greatest feeling ever? Does this just not fill you with euphoria and joy? Exacting very proper revenge on this brazenly avaricious duplicitous Lawson assassin! How does it feel, huh? How does it feel to have everything you love taken from you? How does it feel to have your dignity stripped from you bit by bit and put on display for all to be seen while you wallow in depression and self-pity? Does it not feel like death? Does it feel even worse than death? I sure as hell hope so. Come back here. I'm not done with you yet. I decide when I'm done. Oh, actually, the game does. Holy shit.
Drat! Double drat! Drat, 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 drat! I never knew dragons were so fast! That's it! I give up. I'm retiring to Spooky Swamp to become a haiku poet.
Good riddance. Good frickin' riddance. And even though he says he's gonna go to Spooky Swamp, he goes straight to Crystal Islands. Makes me wonder if I'm able to actually find him there. Yeah, I'm not really curious enough to find out. Now, before we continue, you see that pedestal that's off in the distance? That pedestal was actually also in the original game. Thing is, there's absolutely no way to reach it. And, for 18 years, Spyro fans speculated as to what that pedestal was supposed to be, and if it was actually accessible by some sort of means. And it was kind of like one of those video game myths that, you know, gain notoriety. However, upon defeating the sorceress, a whirlwind appears in front of her lair. And if you ride it all the way to the tippy top, it brings you straight to the pedestal. which is such an awesome nod to Spyro lore and Spyro fans. It's finally accessible after all these years. Now, when I first time I played the game, I actually did record my reaction to finding that whirlwind and finally being able to access this pedestal. And if you look hard enough in my channel, you will find it. It's just called, I think, Awesome Easter Egg in Spyro 3. So yeah, really cool. Thank you so much, Toys for Bob, or, you know, whoever did do this game. I actually think Toys for Bob did hire another company to finish Spyro 3. I forget what they're called. Maybe I'll look it up and put their name right here to give credit where credit is due. So the only thing we have left to do in Midnight Mountain is the last Sparks level, which is going to help us a little bit in some of the backtracking we have to do.
Just before you kicked the sorceress's big, fat, ugly butt, she
Ugh.
built a factory to make robotic bugs. They're meant to fight Sparks, but I don't think they're any match for him.
I think you are correct. Let's go. Even though this level is kind of short, it's probably the hardest of the Sparks levels. I might have said earlier that Starfish Reef was the hardest, but this one is harder for different reasons, I guess. Especially charging these enemies right here. You need to, like, cut every corner to even get close to them. And also, shooting him also slows him down a little bit. There we go. There's a key for your efforts. And a whole bunch of evil ladybugs. Kind of ironic, considering that ladybugs are one of the few insects that I not only can tolerate, but actually kind of like. Because they're harmless and they're cute. And now I have to destroy what I love. And also, that spider is stuck. That would have been a great opportunity to get him. But, you know, if it hadn't been surrounded by freaking killer ladybugs. Come on, oh, come on. Cut him off at the pass! There we go. And there's these guys that strafe side to side. I'm gonna get a bit of a distance on him and then just get him from there. This is the only level in the game that has those spawn boxes for enemies that are actually enemies themselves, and some of them are even able to move around a bit. Let's get the spider really quick before my invincibility runs out, please! Come on, cut him off, cut him off, cut him off. Thank you. And then just go crazy with your invincibility. Make it count. Get this guy over here. This guy. Punch him. Oh god. And yeah, these doors do open and turn depending on which key you have, so... Again, make use of the invincibility while it lasts, because you'll be able to cut the time that you would take to do the central area pretty much in half. Remember to go back to the doors you've already opened and pick up the gems if you missed them. Because again, this is a Sparks level and the gem finder doesn't really work. No, gotta go to this one first. Which has another key, and if you just run right into the spider before he even has a chance to escape, then you'll easily get the key. Pretty nice little exploit. Oh, jeez. Man down! Shots fired! There's another force field over here, but we need one more key, which is down here! With a bunch of bad things, doing stuff and looking tough. Come on. Let me get to the butterfly. The beautiful butterfly. Thank you. There's two of these green dudes that strafe side to side. Kind of like get them at an angle if you can. Ugh. There we go. Oh, jeez. Get him! Oof. Oh, God. Get him before they sneak up behind me. There we go. No, actually shoot straight, Sparks. Good God. Don't be cockeyed. There we go. Get this guy off, please. There we go. Now this Sparks boss is probably the hardest, because you actually, unlike the original, you have to hit him, like, all from behind. Fortunately, he's kind of slow, doesn't have a whole lot of attacks, and after a while he splits in two, but you always need to hit him from behind. And see, I'm already out of my rapid fire, so this is going to be even harder now. Ah, jeez. Kind of similar to the Twin Dragons mini-boss in Fireworks Factory, just with a bug instead. There we go. Sneak up behind him, and there you go. Annabelle. Creation. That is the name of the movie, right? The movie that I've never seen. I've only seen the original Conjuring, which is, you know, a decent movie. So, yeah, let's just get out of here. I have nothing to say. And now we get the final Sparks power.
Sparks can break open treasure chests, and using the guidebook, warp you to any level you want.
See, in the original, Sparks was actually given 2 powers. One is that he's able to actually break open gem chests if Spyro gets close enough to them, which is, you know, really good for both racing and also really handy to have for critter levels, like when you play as like Sergeant Bird or Agent 9. That way Sparks can just break them on his own. And he also gained the power to fast travel to any level you've already been to. And of course in the Reignited Trilogy, that's available in all 3 games from the get-go. So I don't really know why they decided to have Zoe mention that anyway. But now that that's done, all we have to do now is backtrack to these other levels. Yep, see, Midnight Mountain is now at 111% because of that egg for sale that Moneybags gave to us. But look at that, we're at 97% right now. Yeesh. So let's start with Molten Crater, shall we? Let's go. Now, if you remember, earlier in the series, the first time I went to Molten Crater, I was actually missing 3 gems in the base level. And while I was editing these videos, I think I saw where I missed them. Let's see if I'm right. I think they were right over here, and yep, look at that. Beautiful. So now all of the remaining gems we have left in this level are in the Sergeant Bird area. So let's go and do it. Not terribly looking forward to this one. I know I keep on saying that for a game that I claim to love, but this is actually where I first encountered those really bad camera glitches with Sergeant Bird. And I can also tell that this part of the level is slightly unfinished because it is the only critter portal... Shut up. That doesn't have an intro. In the original, Spyro would walk up to Sergeant Bird and he would say, "I'm just off to the Tiki Lodge for some R&R." And here, you just straight up start playing as Sergeant Bird, which is kind of jarring. Hopefully it's something they add with a patch.
I'm playing a game of hide and seek with my friends. If I can't find where they've hidden their heads, they won't let me join the Tiki Lodge. Help me put them back together and I'll make you an honorary member.
You can just give me an egg, I'd rather have that. So, yep. This requires you to use the carrying and dropping mechanic to replace all of these Tiki heads. And even though you are given one right off the bat, I'm actually going to set this here, because if you manage to find all of the Tiki heads and bring them to the central platform, not only will it make it easier to get the Tiki heads to where they need to go, but it'll also give you a skill point, which is pretty nice. Actually, let me check to see if this is the last skill point in the game. It might be. Oh, wait, no. I still need the one in Fireworks Factory with Agent 9's thing. Never mind. But you see this cracked wall here? Video games have taught me anything, that means I can break through it. And to find Luna. Luna Lovegood. And also the enemies in this area of the level, these birds here, kind of weird, because if you shoot them, they don't yield gems, and they also regenerate after a few seconds. And also, if they hit you, then you get knocked back, but it does no damage. Thing is, if you get hit by one of these birds while you're carrying a head, then you'll end up dropping the head, and since most of these birds swim above lava, then the head will sink into the lava and respawn back to where you first found it. So just try your best to avoid these birds. I keep on forgetting that I have that Sparks ability now. So let's see if the camera problems persist. Let's take care of these birds before I exit, just to be safe. It doesn't look like I'm experiencing it right now. Doesn't mean I won't later. Yep. Yeah, sparks can't get every vase, but you can get enough of them to the point where it's, you know, actually useful. Also, those birds are right next to each other. That's weird. Oh, okay, here we go. There's the camera issues that I missed. Why do I keep on firing off my rockets to break baskets? I keep on forgetting that Sparks is able to do that. Yeah. Camera issues, are you here now? Not really. Oh, really? What? 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 Yeah, I mean, no. That was stupid. Let's try that again. I was so focused on anticipating camera issues when they weren't even a thing. So let's actually wait for this flame spitter this time. There we go. And bombs away. And get this fodder. The heads are pretty easy to find. Just, you know, follow the gems. That's pretty much all you gotta do. I do have to admit, it is kind of a cool, concept for a challenge, but like a scavenger hunt type thing. Drop that right there, and the last one should be right through here. As should the last of the gems. Let's find out. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I'd rather have the camera issues happen there than when I'm trying to transport ahead. Okay, the last of the gems should maybe be over by this way? Yeah, this should be it, right? Sweetness. Come on, hurry up. There we go. And skill points. They'll jump for joy for being reunited. God, honestly, the way that their eyes look and the way that their jaws flop around when they jump, that looks freaking creepy. It looks like something out of, like, Tim Burton's Corpse Bride or something. That was weird. And now we just attach all of the heads. And be very careful of the birds that try to thwart us. Especially with, this one right over here that actually has birds surrounding the torso. Let's just do that. There we go. Nice. And bloop. And bloop. Excellent.
It's a sign of your honorary membership to the lodge.
Oh no, it's broken. Does that mean I'm not a member anymore?
Well, that's never happened before. I hope it's not a bad omen.
I'm not sure if that's a reference to something, but sure. There's Molten Crater complete. Cool. One more level in the bag. So let's continue on to Bamboo Terrace and see what Bentley has to do.
Doobie-doobie-doo.
By God, that will never get old. So here we are back at the end of the level, and if you forgot, Bentley's portal is right over here. Let's go.
Ah, a fine day for a bit of a walk. I was just heading to the top of my favourite hill.
It is a nice night for a walk. Or a run. Oh God, you again?
Hey, I think I saw some Rhinox run up to the top of that hill with an egg.
Fortunately, that's all we have to tolerate from Bartholomew in this level. However, this level is kind of difficult. It can be, anyway. Because these Rhinox here roll these rocks towards you. And you gotta get them just right. But also, we went through that. That was kind of weird. And also, the reaction time is pretty fast. You gotta maybe kind of juke him a bit, and then take that opportunity to smash him while he's, you know, cleaning the butt of his umbrella. Does he think it's a gun? That's kind of weird. Yeah. Because if you get close enough to him, then... yeah, you would need to, like, hit him, like, with the very tip of the club to make sure that you don't get hit. So whatever's easier for you, either doing that or juking him. Also, let me get this gem before I forget that it's there. So now let's head to the top of the favorite hill. It actually seems like a really nice walk. Good exercise. This, you know... This incline is just, you know... just steep enough for it to be a pretty good workout, without it being too arduous. Also, yeah, if you see a TNT crate, then spin it away rather than smashing it, for obvious reasons. And this one you just want to pinpoint it, and that Rhinoc is prancing towards me. Nope. Alright. And fodder is fairly plentiful. So if anything, I'll probably die from being knocked off the edge. And this one bounces, so be careful! Which I obviously wasn't. And there's a bunch of these Rhinocs that are just clustered right together. Do this, maybe juke him a bit. Juke him! Nice juke. I'm a jukebox hero. And, oof, that was close. There we go. And that's everything here. Actually, no, let's go up this way first, since this is a dead end. It just has some gems. Well, that was weird. That was a bit of a delayed reaction. So now we go up here. Get the gems that are at the top of the house. Up on the rooftop with old Bentley. Why do I keep on trying to smash baskets? Like, seriously. Oh, Sparks, you were just slacking on that one. You were... Your hunger pangs are more important than saving the world. I gotcha. I see where your priorities lie. Yeah. Let's keep on going right around. I ninja you away. And here we are at the tippy top. I'm the king of the mountain. Remember when that was a thing? I used to play that in elementary school. Like, if it was a really bad snowstorm, and there was like really bad snow mounds in the schoolyard, then we would play a game called King of the Mountain. And that is, we would vie to get to the top of the snow mound and like stay there. And like, if anyone tries to get close to him, then we would like just chuck them off into the snow. God, the games we used to play when we were kids to entertain ourselves. And now everyone has iPads and PlayStation 4s nowadays. My God, it is just so despicable. Yeah, kids these days, I'll never understand it. Why am I going to the return home portal when I could just as easily fast travel? I got sidetracked by talking about childhood. So yeah, now the last level that we need to 100% before we get to the super bonus round is Fireworks Factory, which is an Agent 9 section that is, as fate would have it, really fun. So let's shoot some bitches. Excuse me? Thank you. So here we are back at the end of the level. We drop down here, and here's Agent 9. Whee!
Hey, Spyro, I'm helping a kid named Handel recover some secret rocket plans the sorceress stole. You know I'm always ready to kick some Rhinoc booty.
I should sure hope so. Like I said, it's first person, and it's awesome. And also I can shoot Handel.
Hi, Agent 9. Behind those doors are some pretty scary ninjas. I bet you could use your sharpshooter skills to take them out. Remember, press the attack button to shoot, and use the roll left and roll right buttons to dodge left and right.
Actually, you can do that with the left analog stick, because first-person shooters have come so far now. Now, even though this is really fun, it's a really fun level, the one downside is that Sparks plays absolutely no role in it, like gem and vase-wise. Like, getting close to this, you have to shoot it yourself. Kind of annoying. And also, Sparks does not pick up gems that are close to you, which is also really annoying. It requires you to, run through them yourself. But, to make up for it, the extra hit point does count in this Agent 9 level, and also, you know, Sparks helps keep track of your health. But hopefully the whole gem thing is something that they can fix in a patch. My gosh, I sound like a broken record. So yeah, if you're good and you're quick at first-person shooters, then this is going to be no problem for you. Woohoo! Can't stop, won't stop. This is also where the ninja spawn boxes come back to haunt you. But yeah, in the original with Agent 9's really sluggish movement, in the archaic first-person controls, first-person shooter controls, this level was just kind of frustrating. But now it's kind of fun. I love it. So, oh, I should be missing just 150 in this level now? Excellent. So this is the last of the gems in the game before we get to, the super bonus round. Now, this is also where the last skill point is, and it's right in this first room here. If you look up from this angle, you'll see a bright red switch. If you shoot it, then you get the skill point, and you also get this. What is this, you may ask? It is a rapid-fire weapon, which is amazing! And if you're just as, conservative enough with it, then it should last you the entire challenge. I mean, that doesn't always happen, especially when I play it, but you can try. It's at least very useful as long as it lasts, let me tell ya. Oh god, die! I feel like it fires even faster in this version than it did in the original, so that's probably why it's been harder for me to use. Also, see all these... You can't actually snipe these... You can't snipe these ninjas from afar before they drop down. Yeah, just like this. Yeah, snipe them from afar so you don't have to deal with them later. Here we go. Pinpoint accuracy. Also keep a very keen eye out for gems, because the gem finder doesn't work, and also you have to run into them yourself again. Let's just keep that in mind. But I at least know that all the rest of the gems in this level is in this part of the level. So I can take some solace in that if I end up missing one or two along the way. I didn't mean to shoot the fodder. Dang it, Agent 9. Why gotta be like that? Why gotta be so rude? None of them react until one of them fall. Very much mob mentality, I guess. Also, the way that they, like, bounce off the walls and stuff, that is so satisfying. I love it. I love it. Come at me, bro. Stop hitting the fodder, darn you! I don't need it right now. And they do take a while to spawn, so come on now. Come on, guy. Oh, are you serious right now? Hit him. Here we go. These. Just gonna be a bit of a back and forth here for a while. Bear with me. Yeah. Nope. Oh, come on. It's so rude. Hold the door! Oh, God. I am so glad the Agent Mime moves so much faster now. Did I just call him Agent Mime? Is that like Mr. Mime? Agent 9 would make an awesome Pokemon. Oh my gosh. You disappoint me. Oh, this game. It is a very flawed masterpiece. You gotta admit. What's going on, Patty? Patty cakes? And now we have to go back with literally no enemies and nothing to worry about except for, oh my god, what have you done to handle? I can't handle this right now. So now it's gonna be a bit of a struggle to get back because even more enemies. Like, a lot more. And even more spawn boxes. Okay, get out of here. This room right here is probably one of the harder ones because you're gonna have to go out of your way to get to the spawn boxes. Wait, where are the spawn boxes? Wait, is that the only one in the distance over there? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a room that comes later. Never mind then. This is actually kind of easy. There we go. No ninjas left behind. Oh god. Hello. Oh jeez. Yeah. And the rapid fire really does help get rid of the spawn boxes faster. What the heck hit me? What was that? You just shot through a wall. They're using hacks. They need to be banned from the server. Okay, this is the room that's really hard, isn't it? Because you got, yeah, her spawn box is hidden in the corner over there. An enemy's dropping from the ceiling. So this room is not exactly a cakewalk. I'm gonna get it, and then dodge. Ooh, you see those dodging scales? Did you see that? Do you see? There we go. Are we safe? With the spawn box over there, but that's fine. I can deal with that. Okay, maybe I can't. Oh god, please. Get away. Get away. Alright, we're good now. Whew. That was a bit stressful. Any more hanging from the ceiling? That looks like we're good. Get this gem over here, and that gem over there. Pick up some health on the way if I can. Which it looks like I can right here. Get him! Awesome. Right, was it this room I needed to go in? I can't even remember now. I got it all turned around. It's definitely this room. Video games have taught me that if you're experiencing enemies, then you're going the right way. Nope. Denial. Jesus, they're just coming from all sides. There we go. It looks like I'm not missing any gems, which is great. Because I think there's only 2 spawn boxes left in this room right here. Which is kind of tight quarters. And I'm actually doing really well with my ammo right now. Oh, would have been awesome if I actually ended it at 100. Oh well. Either way, Fireworks Factory is pretty much done. I just got a save handle. Who was a dumb child and got himself caught.
Thanks for rescuing me. You'd better look
Thank you for releasing me.
Rhinox try to blow that up too.
Good call, kid. Good call. Donovan. I like that name. Alright. Things are looking good. You know what that means. The time has come. Seriously, that whirlwind takes me way too high.
You really watch